Hey, how's it going everybody? Today, as you can see, we are going to be farming Yugi Muto level 40. Okay, and Yugi actually does have some interesting cards, I guess. Interesting as in, like, not really good, but it's kind of cool. Gandora is definitely pretty cool, but I mean, the fact that he's not really a great card, I think the strongest he can get is 3,600, but you have to destroy 6 cards on your field and 6 cards on your opponent's field, I think. So it's almost like not relevant. It's either going to be coming out with like 900 or 1500 attack, I believe. So that is the average amount of attack, and then it just dies at the end of the turn. So if you're not using Gandora as the final hit, it's pretty worthless. So that's it for Gandora. Another card that actually is pretty good is this Union Attack. People have been comparing it to Riryoku and saying that it adds up all the monsters' attacks on your side of the field, so it's like everybody hitting at once. But the only downside, it cannot inflict battle damage to your opponent, especially for those cheese decks where it's like meant to get really strong, over 10,000. And one-shot them to get all the prizes. I don't think that's going to work with this card. Besides those, I haven't really seen any other ones that are really that great. I did get Reign of Mercy, actually, which it just kind of gives both players 1,000 life points, which is okay, I guess. Maybe in a Cerberus deck. We are going to be farming him today, and the reason why I'm making this video is because typically people are using a Cerberus deck. People use a Cerberus deck, which is the standard the spellcaster beast looking guy that gains 500 for every spell played. Nah, I'm not going to be playing that. I'm going to be playing something different. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just be running Rex. The thing is, when you do run a Rex Raptor, the main card that you need to run against Yugi is Enemy Controller. I know I recently got this card from Kaiba, and I am so glad I did, because it is such a good card. This card pretty much wins you the game. This card is amazing. So that Econ, the fact that you have it in this deck, you can pretty much run whatever you want. I run this deck because it just kind of busts out a bunch of 1900 beaters, with the including the field spell. So you have all these 1900 beaters, you have a few cards that protect you. Okay. And I have made a quick modification. I took out reinforcements to include a Windstorm of Itaqua, just because you really don't want to be hit by his Cerberus once it's over like 9,000. The main thing I need to do is pretty much just keep his cards at bay with one of my 1900 beaters. I'm going to go ahead and fight Yugi. Let's get this started, guys. Alright, so here we go. And I have actually gotten a lot of points while farming with this deck. I have reached up to 6,000 or 7,000, I believe, up to like 7 prizes. They've never been anything really great. I think I pulled 2 SRs at one point, which was probably the best that I've done. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna see. I didn't pull any 1900 beaters, so let's see. I'm gonna put this guy out. Usually the vanilla monsters are really important because of order to charge. But yeah, you eventually just want to set up. But yeah, we want to set up to make sure he summons a Cerberus and starts powering it up. And then you just gotta let him grind and power up. Like right now, he summons that one. He's obviously gonna power it up. Yes, and then that card is useful because it attaches a spell counter, goes to the grave, and then he gets to add another one of that card to his hand. So next turn he gets to do it again, because it's only once per turn. And he's got a Wonder Wand. So that card is kind of scary right now, because you don't want to get hit by it, because it's just going to get stronger. That's why I run this now. And this guy also does piercing, so it's going to hit 17 directly. But right now, we're not trying to deal damage. What we are trying to do is just kind of put up a wall. just build a wall to take down his monsters, keep him at bay, have him controlled, because I can pretty much destroy him now, but I'm not going to. Alright. Okay. Alright, perfect. He's here. Now that he is out, we are just gonna wait. He's just gonna gain spell counters. He actually does not attack until he can one-shot you. So that's good. We're gonna keep waiting. We're gonna keep grinding it out, and eventually, my goal would be to get that enemy controller eventually. So for now, we're just gonna keep putting things out and kind of putting up a strong front, and he's gonna keep buffing it up. Alright, and he would not be able to one-shot me until he reaches 57. 5,700 would be his limit. Let me check to see if it's worth it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so look. He has 4 spells in the grave. I can banish those and power up my White Horn Dragon. Okay, and it might be better to wait for him to use that last spell, because right now we really don't want him to have anything face down either, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that. And I don't think he's going to reach his 57 yet, and we also do want to get rid of all the other Cerberus that come out, so that's good. Any spells? Okay, he's setting spells. He set a trap. That's actually a trap card. It's the card that he... Perfect. Sphere Karibo. It's really good for protecting us in case he gets froggy and jumps and tries to hit us. We have that one line of defense, because I don't want to order of charge his monster. I really don't. That is the last thing I want to do, because what we have to do in this deck, the win condition is getting enemy controller. He builds up a wall, and then we let him power his monster up all the way. Eventually, he will run out of backup monsters, and he never attacks with Cerberus unless he can one-shot you, because he will lose his power. So you just set everything in defense, and he cannot do anything. It just becomes a grind game. And once it does, and once your field is fully established, all you gotta do is play that econ, take over his monster, and if his monster's over 10,000, you just get him directly. And that's all you gotta do to win. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and keep aiming for that strategy. And he is at 39 right now. Next turn, he will be at, let's say, +5, +10 max, 49. We still have nothing to fear, so we're good right now. So far, we're good so far. So next up, I'm gonna put a little bit more pressure on him and see if I can hit. Hope it's not the 1800 beater or the 1800 defense monster. Okay, good. It's not. He took 700. Well, I just wanted to put a little bit more pressure on him, because he plays a little bit more defensive when his life points are lower. So that's good for now. I do have one card to protect me in case he decides to attack, which he won't. Not yet. Okay. Alright, so if you can see, my hand is filling up. I have quite a few monsters. The vanillas are really good to have, just because I run 3 order of charges. So you always want to have that backup in case something scary comes up on his field. You forget to attack, he brings out his Tribute Sun monster, he powers up to 3,300 for whatever reason. You have an order of charge, because you don't want him taking out all of your monsters. So, and even if he does attack, we have a Karibo. So once he does reach his point where he can actually one-shot us, we're just gonna switch everybody to defense, and he would not be able to do anything. So now we're just gonna wait. Okay, Twister, and I'll probably just set this. Set that. we're trying to avoid 57, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy out. Because it also does give us that bonus for tribute summoning. Alright, so we got the bonus for tributes. Now we banish, what, 4 cards is all he has? And this card gains 300 for each, so he's going to gain 1200, putting him at 3,400, which is, it's still pretty good damage, but we're not going to need him. He right now, at this point, he's basically just here to get rid of the weakest monster on my side of the field. And because all of my monsters can destroy his monsters for the most part, except my 1800 monster, because he does have 1800 defense monsters. So, we're going to keep going. Alright, and this is going to keep going on for a while until he starts running that spell where he deals 200 damage for each spellcaster, and he just keeps putting it back and forth into his deck from grave to hand, instead of drawing. So once he reaches about 2 cards, he will stop drawing. Once he reaches 59 is when he's scary. So I'm going to switch this guy to defense. Just because. And over here, there's the second one, which is good. Now he has no backup Cerberus, meaning we can wait. We can stall it out. There it is, Magical Blast. Alright, so he has that card now, and that card is going to gradually add on the counters. So we're just going to keep letting him do that. And since next turn he does reach 5,900, we're going to start switching this guy to defense as well. So now his threshold has been increased. If he wants to deal over 3,800 to me in damage, he has to wait till he is 3,800 above my monster's attacks. So once he reaches 7,000, we're going to start putting everything in defense. And I mean, even then, once he attacks, we do have Sphere Karibo, so we will be able to negate that attack. So nothing to worry about now. And he didn't set a monster, so keep going. There it is. Alright, there's our win condition. Enemy controller. We definitely need that enemy controller. We're going to take over his monster at the end. But right now, I'm noticing it's not strong enough. It's definitely not strong enough. So we're just going to keep grinding. The thing is, I might run out of cards before my opponent would. So, let's see. I'll throw him out. I don't need him. Let's hope that we can find a way to get our opponent more counters. There it is. Alright, so he's got Wonder Wand. Now he's going to power it up by 1,000, which is good. And then there's the card that I actually forgot to attack. And he's going to go ahead and tribute. Alright, so he's getting rid of cards. Let's see what he does. Remember, I have these order of charges on the field. Let's see if he can do anything about that. Alright, now's the good time to use this card. And he is only 3,000 above my dragon, so he can't one-shot me. So, right now, not a threat yet. Alright, he's about 35. I can officially start putting my dragon in defense. And can start setting these guys as well. Go ahead and set him. Switch to defense. Set my win condition because I'm going to need it eventually and I don't want to clog up my board. And I'm also going to power him up a bit. We do not want to destroy our own field. Alright, so he's getting stronger. That's good. I'm going to keep going. And it looks like I might be using Riryoku to probably move some attack around. But since that's his only monster, he can't do anything. He's not going to hit us. Like I said, he cannot hit you because he does not want to pretty much go minus. He doesn't want to lose his monster's attack bonus. So, we're just going to keep grinding it out. And there it is. He has reached the point where he's going to keep adding that card and burning me for 200 every turn. So I have 4 turns where I can let him gain counters, and for me to almost deck out. Alright, so 3, and I can end. Actually, I think I have lethal on board already. I can definitely just take over his monster by tributing one of mine, Rurioku to add my dragon's attack to his, to make him go over 10,000, and then hit him. But since I do have 2 cards left in my deck, I'm going to just wait. And he's going to keep repeating the same play over and over and over. And he's going to keep gaining counters. Because he doesn't have any other cards in hand. Remember we made him tribute? So he has nothing. And it's basically just an endless loop until he would burn me to death or I run out of cards. And I'm waiting till I am on my last card. I'm not going to need it. There it is. Alright, he's going to keep adding that. Once again, he's going to repeat the same process. Burn me a bit, and he's going to reach 99. And that is optimal. That's good. Now that he's at 99, it's about time for me to go ahead and end the game. I have no cards left in my deck, so here goes my winning strategy. We're going to go Rurioku. Have my dragon in defense. Cut him in half. Give it to his monster. It's weird seeing in reverse, cutting your monster to power up your opponent's. Now, we are going to activate enemy controller. Effect 2. Tribute. We can technically tribute anything, but I just like getting rid of my weakest dino. Alright, there it is. Now we have his monster under our control, and we have lethal on board. We're just going to activate Sharp Greed just for the disrespect. Now that I have everything on board, let's go ahead and end this. So, and that would be game. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and look at our score. It's probably going to be over 6,000. And hey, I leveled up Rex Raptor. That's fantastic. So we got that gold. Very, very, very necessary gold. Let's see how many points we get. Over 6,000? Yes. And once again, I pull crap. But that's just how it is, guys. But I just wanted to show that you can farm Yugi Muto without needing a very specific deck. All you need is enemy controller, which, I mean, it could be even more difficult to get than a Cerberus deck in some cases. But all you people who have an econ that are, for whatever reason, blessed and actually have an econ, then congratulations, you actually can farm Yugi this way. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. See you guys.